Couldn't you just order a regular pizza and pick off the piece?
Sure. And why don't I just drink the juice out of the bottom of my trash can while I'm at it?
Is pineapple so bad?
No, Camus, it's fine. Actually, I've never even tried it. It's too expensive.
There is a sign over there. Did you see the sign?
The one that says you are now entering the Spire? No cold callers, no panhandlers, organ donors needed?
Yes. What if it was different?
Different how?
Different in a funny way.
Are you suggesting a prank, Camus?
I am suggesting a prank.
Seems risky. Maybe we should just get out of here. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so gonna do it. Fuck the system and all that.
Oh, I want to know what you changed.
Not much, just a few words.
I want to know the nature of the prank. Which words?
I replaced organ with pineapple.
Oh, this is amusing. I am amused.
Take
Do you
that,
really
corporate
think they will get
overlords.
deliveries of pineapples?
Oh yes, vendors know how much they can get selling to the Spire.
They will get pineapples, but they did not want pineapples. This is a very high-quality prank.
It's petty and childish, but thanks, Camus. Let's just hope we don't get caught and fired for it.
Hey, hi. Hello there. I saw you earlier delivering parcels. Are you...
No, sorry, I have to go.
Wait, don't be like that. Listen, I know you're CloudPunk. I just want to ask something.
And who are you?
Don V. I work for the Inquirer.
A reporter. Oh, no way, Mr. V.
Not Mr. I hate when people do that. Just call me Don.
Shit, me too. Sorry, Don.
Look, you don't need to talk to me, but I'm investigating corp corruption. You're from the East, right? No one from out that way loves the corpse.
What do you need to know?
You delivered to the Spire, right?
That's your question?
Just confirm something for me. Are they ordering pizzas via express delivery up there? The CEO of N-Tech says that all corps are on a spending freeze till the end of the day in sympathy for the famine in District 6.
Will I get in trouble for saying anything to you?
Probably, and so will I. You ever meet an investigative reporter in Nivalis before?
Nope.
That's because they're all at the bottom of the sea.
Yes, they ordered pizza.
I knew it. Here, take this. I tip all my sources. Makes them less likely to sell me out to CorpSec.
Pizza being the downfall of their huge company.
Then check out this season's best-selling emotional immunizations at Immune One.
Again, the weirdest job came up. There's not much pay in it, though.
I could do weird, as long as it's not some other rich asshole.
Definitely not.
It's totally a rich asshole. I'm sure of it.
moisture farmers in the vents are starving. They need emergency rations. This job takes you pretty far, all the way out of Novellis.
What? Really?
Yeah, in a technical sense at least. The vents are outside Corp 6
Hi, Nick.
jurisdiction
Hi,
and
Michelle.
just outside the Novellis city limits. They're below the city, actually, in the maintenance frame.
If you write in the chat, I can see it and
And people
respond.
live there?
If you call it a living. They eat mold and algae that grows on the steam vents.
But they're free.
It's a high price to pay for freedom, kid.
I'll do it.
Pick up the packages from CloudPunk HQ, and I'll send you a nav point down into the vents.
Whee! It tells me who's watching, but not if they keep watching. So I can just tell that some people have tuned in at some point. Enjoy. I bang my car up a lot. Case in point.
Are you experiencing heartache, depression?
This game's very zen. I feel like you could get really high and play it.
Check out this season's best-selling emotional immunization
Here-
at Immune One.
Thanks.
I look.
Trying to find some guy. It's just a side quest, so probably not worth all the time, but I'll give it a shot. Looking for the Falconer. He's basically the equivalent of the fake animal salesman from the Blade Runner movies. The guy that makes synthetic animals.
I saw your bird. I mean your falcon, Norman. What happened?
We had a disagreement.
So you let him go?
Let is not the word I would use.
So Norman escaped?
He clawed my eye. If I catch him, I will skin him.
You have to be careful with wild animals.
I told you, he is not a wild animal. Where did you see him?
The slums. Deep in the slums. You know the part that smells like sulfur in the low levels?
Yes.
Well, lower than that.
Right. Time to teach that bird a lesson.
I'm pretty sure she lied. Always take time to stop in alleys and pick up garbage, like a human hand. Oh, that's right. I just picked up a human hand. Now I have to go all the way back to the quote-unquote nice part of town. In case you're wondering, yes, there's a lot of driving in this game. You're a delivery driver. You know, the most exciting job there is. It seems like this game is low res enough that they don't need these like loading screen between areas, but I don't know. I guess they did it anyway. I say low res, although it is like a really beautiful looking game, so maybe it's like higher res than it looks kind of thing.
We are going away from the city? We don't like the city.
Not really, Camus. We're just going through to the vents below.
It won't be like home?
I don't think so.
Is it dangerous?
We're trying to save these people from starving, Camus. I think they'll be glad to see us. It's worth the risk.
Do you think this is nice food for the people?
I think it's all they're getting, and I'm surprised they're getting it.
I hope they like it.
Me too, Camus.
may seem like an endless amount of driving on here, but this is just a particularly long stretch. It does get better. How about one more loading screen? Because they never get old. Oh, looks like we're going to hell. Enjoy. So dark, so gloomy. This is kind of what I imagine Delaware or Detroit is like in the future.
You the delivery stooge.
I'm from CloudPunk. I have your packages.
Those are no use to me. None of our vehicles work.
Did you get that, Camus?
Yes. I will keep a couple clock cycles free and monitor the temperatures.
How do you live here? It's so cold.
What do you care?
I asked it.
Whatever. Just leave the packages here. Go back to your city.
It's not my city.
Sure it is. Welcome to your poverty safari. This is our life.
Laid it on thick,
I'm not
are
even
we?
from the city.
The Eastern Peninsula?
Up until last week.
I see. My name's Retsu.
Rania.
Cora knows what you must think of the Big Stack. That's what we call the city down here. It's the worst place on the planet. And we cling to the bottom like barnacles. It's a hell of a lot better down here. We made this place a kind of home.
You've been here a while?
Yeah, I wasn't the first, though. Old Zeke, he set up the first moisture farm, collecting heat for his home. Folk had tried to live here before him, but he was the first to realize you couldn't live on rations alone, and you had to be ready for the chills.
So what was old Zeke see?
Zeke realized you could cultivate the algae pits for warmth when the vents cycled cool. He realized you could mill the mold dust into flour. He figured out how to cross the steam lanes with a suit made from old abandoned Hover's insulation layers.
It sounds delicious and
I
great.
swear, they say no one alive can survive the wastelands between the cities. But if anyone could, it was Zeke.
And you took his place as the boss?
I'm the community leader, sure. But I'm not the longest surviving settler, not by a long shot. The elders living beyond the far rim say they knew Zeke's grandkids. Tales of Zeke surviving, thriving even out here in the vents, attracted a lot of folk that wanted to live off the grid. Away from corp security, and everyone has headaches in the Big Stack, you know.
I don't.
You will.
Every time I breathe in, it feels like my lungs are going to freeze and shatter.
Well, that is the problem right now. This is supposed to be summer.
How can it be summer here?
The warm season. The vents cycle between, or at least they used to. It seems like all the maintenance systems are going mad recently. We have a saying here. Cora provides.
What do you think Cora is?
Cora is everything, and all of us. Cora is the provider and the caretaker and the disciplinarian.
She sounds kinky.
Cora holds at a closed fist, and we must push out our chin.
Definitely kinky.
Sometimes the fist holds wood. Sometimes the fist strikes us. And yet we must endure.
Doubling down on kinky.
So Cora is your...
Salvation.
I'm not really religious like that.
You can't lecture us on independence while you live in Nivalis.
You said you cling like a...
Harsh and fair word. I know you have seen Cora's light, though.
Who knows? So you want me to deliver these parcels?
I would appreciate it. 3 families.
Okay, I'll get going then.
Cora willing. They live like sculptures of ice.
Wow, he talked a lot. They should call this, like, DoorDash 2077.
Who are you?
I was sent to deliver supplies?
Sent by who?
Cloud...
I don't know who that is. You from the big stack?
You need this.
I don't need nothing.
Retsu sent...
Retsu sent you?
Yes, he said you should take this.
Why didn't you say? Give it.
They don't trust us very...
I bet they have their reasons.
Moisture farmers?
I brought you supplies.
Who sent you?
Retsu.
Well, okay then. I ain't seen no one from the stacks down here in years. You know, maybe you can use this. You put it in the wall and it gives you a token. Or something like that.
Thanks. It's just 5 numbers on a bit of paper.
That's right. Thank you kindly for the supplies. Now we even.
I have an idea that
Well,
that's for an
thank you
ATM
kindly.
machine. Just getting my bearings.
Hello, I'm here too.
They already called me on the old CB radio and told me you were on your way. You're the talk of the town, lady.
I'm just a delivery driver.
Well, I don't know if anybody has said this to you before, but I'll say it now. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'd get back to the city as quick as possible, lady. There's a chill coming. Anyone outside is gonna get sharded. Go, quickly. And don't think twice about coming back here.
Okay.
Rather than take your advice, I'm immediately going to go pick up garbage. Cars misbehave.
I can see Retsu. Why is he not moving?
Oh no. Camus, find us somewhere to park.
The security overrides won't let me. The temperature is too low. It is not safe to land now. If you got out of the Hova, you would feel very cold. Then you'd be stuck, like the man.
He's not stuck, Camus. He's gone.
He can't be gone. He can't move.
Dead, Camus. He's dead.
Aw.
Fragile and temporary. Let's go. There's nothing else we can do.
All we can do is show him the dignity he deserves.
I am getting a message request.
Why are you getting a message request? If there's a message request, it should come to my comm.
The message is addressed to the Hova.
So it's someone I don't know. Patch it through, I guess.
My ship had finally come in, but in this case, the ship was a battered Hova. Redemption comes in all shapes and sizes, sometimes with bumps.
It's Humphrey Bogart, the robot.
And a dime store paint job.
What? Who is this?
The dame wanted a name. What did I have left to lose? And nothing but my hat. I let her know that I was Huxley, but I left off the private investigator. She'd know the deal soon enough.
So you're a private investigator and your name is Huxley.
The dame was as sharp as my ex-wife's parting words before she left me and moved back in with her mother. She'd pegged me as a PI, but I still needed her help. Maybe I could drop some bills in her pocket if she could get me back to the big stack.
I think Huxley is malfunctioning.
I'm closing this channel now. Please stop calling me.
The dame was giving me a shoulder so cold, I was getting frostbite. I had to sweeten the deal. I'd already mentioned the cash, but no dice. Maybe I'd put it all on Red and tell her about the girl I was trying to save. The dame sounded hard as ice, but Pasta's story was so sad it would melt a diamond.
Why does he talk like that?
I might actually help him if he wasn't so annoying. I've never heard so many mixed metaphors in all my...
I dangled the bait in the water, but the dame wasn't buying. Without my help, Pasta was done for. When the dead corpse finished with her, God knows what would be left.
Dead corpse? Is he trying to save some girl from them?
I have located his signal. I have a nav point. We could pick him up. Should I display the nav point?
Hey Huxley, if you can answer a simple question, I'll take you back up the city. Are you really a PI trying to save a girl from a dead corp?
Yes, is what I wanted to say, but the dame was suspicious, and who could blame her? Here I was, some abandoned PI android stuck in the hollows with a 2-bit story about trying to save some girl. In her position, I would have hit the dirt in a heartbeat. But here's the kicker, the story was true.
Fine. Camus, give me a nav point. We'll take him with us and drop him off on the way.
Oh, thank God. Sometimes they put the parking spots way far away, so you have to soak in this amazing landscape, but it is a little time-wasty.
Please stop. I need your help.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Just one moment. I know I look monstrous.
No, you don't. I'm just really busy.
Making deliveries. I know.
You need to call my company if you... I can't take on jobs from people on the street.
I can pay you. No one else will help me. People scream.
They scream?
The children are frightened. They tell stories about me.
Really? There are plenty of androids back in the Eastern Peninsula that want to wear dermis but can't keep it in good repair.
In Navalis, such a thing is seen as an abomination. Unclean.
Dermis is expensive. Do you ever...
Never. I don't feel like an android. My body feels wrong.
Well, live your truth,
I
sir.
want to have skin. To breathe, to feel, to sweat. To touch people without them recoiling.
That would be nice.
I understand. What do you want from me?
I can't leave this alleyway. I need dermis.
You want me to buy you black?
I can pay you well. Only android.
I'm sorry, you need...
There is no...
How far to...
Just 2 blocks over.
Fine. What...
Greppo. He stands on the corner.
And what is your...
I told you. They call me Patchwork.
What is your...
Pete.
I'll do what I can, Pete.
What do you say? Let's get Pete some skin!
Greppa?
That's me.
What? I'm...
Sure.
Dermis.
Oh.
Always back.
His name is Pete.
Pete? Who's he fooling? With the wobbly jelly eyes and the...
What the hell is wrong with...
You know what they say about him? The patchwork man loves to see the smiles on kids' faces. That's why he wears them over his own.
Just give me the...
Sure.
Asshole.
Well, hopefully I'm not aiding a child murder.
I can't believe you have to deal with that Grepo guy.
Did you get the dermis?
Yeah, it's just...
That's right. The cells are microscopic. I'll have full human skin for a few months, at least.
Can you get something more permanent?
Not unless a million limbs suddenly appear in my bank account.
Would you ever live as an ant?
Would you?
I...
Thank you for your help.
See you around, Pete.
And there's a lot of verticality, sometimes for no reason whatsoever. So far, I really do enjoy this game. It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's fun, but holy god, do they make you run around a lot.
Are you...
The dame really came through.
Why do you talk like that?
Who was this bum that was questioning me? Another tin can with an attitude and too many questions. I gave him the brush off.
Hey, don't talk to him like that, or I'll drop you in the hollows.
The dame had a point. I'd better play nice for now. I'd slip her some bills when she took me to the holocash machine. A handful of limbs should help dip this sour lemon in a little sugar.
Can you understand what he is saying?
About 40% of it.
The dame and the car were close. Any fool could see that. But I looked beyond the surface. She was a girl from out of town, still as green as the water supplies down in the vents.
You said you're a private investigator. Do you really think that's how they talk?
She had an attitude, but I liked her. And a dog, too.
How did he know I was... your dog?
I guess that's what investigators do, right?
There was a holocash machine up ahead, but I had to keep a real low profile. I'd give the dame my number and let her grab the cash for me.
And that number would be?
I gave her the digits. 54244. She was a smart cookie. She'd remember them.
54244.
Freeing you from restrictions, breaking barriers. Konima is Nivalis. Konima Enterprises.
I'm looking for a holocash machine, but I don't know where to find that. Find me, apparently. course, it's never right where you need it to be. It's up.
I settled the bill. Surely the dame would drop me like a bad penny now.
This is a lot of money. I can drop you somewhere else if you like.
Why are we helping him more?
He's kind of growing on me.
The dame had a heart of gold. I asked her to drop me at my office. On the way, I'd tell her about Pashta. Maybe she'd fall for me like I'd fallen for her.
I do not like this.
Where's this office of yours, Huxley?
We were headed towards my office in Old Town. I gave the dame a nav point to help her out. Hold on, Pashta. It won't be long now, kid.
Thanks. Who is this Pashta anyway? What happened to her?
It was a story so sad it could make a bronze statue of a lawyer cry. It all started with a call from
that
a
was beautiful
small-time
poetry.
hustler called Peter Unthrink. He tended a bar downtown, but
What's
he
up,
had some
Coulter?
bad debt. The debt corp
If
took
you write
his
in the chat,
cash.
I should be able to
When
see
that
it and
wasn't
respond
enough,
to you
they
and then
took his
insult you.
daughter, too. He had a record, so CorpSec wasn't gonna help him. With nowhere left to turn, he sought the help of Midtown's best, cheapest PI.
So the debt corpse can abduct children now?
The dame didn't realize who she was dealing with. The dead corpse had hearts blacker than my morning cup of joe.
Huxley, were you always like this? Did something happen to you?
The dame thought I had a screw loose. I guess her instincts were good. Truth was,
How's it going, Mr. Coulter?
when I sounded just like every other humdrum android out there. Now, I'd played a role so well, I was stuck in it. My programming was messier than my accounting. Here's the kicker. I was a better investigator now than I'd ever been.
Your office is all boarded up. Did you get fired?
The dog was half right. I was fired, but that place was where I slept, so I guess I was homeless too. Eviction was the illness, but what was the cause?
Probably not paying your rent.
There's a note on your door. Shouldn't you read it?
What
Who
up,
knew how
dog?
hot this place was? I was sure I'd been tailed.
I'm doing good. Trying out CloudPunk. It's very visually interesting, but involves a lot of dialogue and running around. Still, enjoy.
I think you're being overdramatic. I'll check out the note.
What if it is not safe?
I'll take my chances. I want to see what this note says.
Yeah, it's got this amazing sense of style. It's like an adventure game, sort of like an old point-and-click adventure, but with a lot more graphical and driving.
Jimmy is the name. Jimmy, roll high.
I don't really have a minute.
You're wondering about the hands, right? You gotta know. Everyone does. They always ask me about the hands. I always say the same thing. I do. I always say if the shuffle wasn't working, they wouldn't have needed to break them. I'm right, right?
Were you cheating at cards?
Roll high. Wasn't I clear before when I says my name? Sure I was. You're a clever lady. I got in trouble because I could roll double sixes every single time.
Really?
Near enough. Near enough that they broke my hand for it. Then when I learned with the other, they broke that too.
So how do you, you know what, never mind.
Frogments? I know I can make the money back for you at the table.
Yes, just sit
I'm not
back and watch.
interested.
If you have any requests, I'll do it, but I
You'll be
can't, like,
back.
jump
They
off a
always
cliff
come
and kill
back.
myself
I got
or
the
anything.
skills, lady. You're gonna invest in them one day, I'm telling you.
Says no Blood Plus is filled with all the macro and micronutrients you'd find in the body of a 20-year-old athlete. Blood Plus vitality. Blood Plus energy. Blood Plus you.
Enjoy the show.
Dreamy, horrifying, wondrous. Get the best transfers, custom paint jets, and underlying.
I didn't even know I had a repair kit. I'm amazing!
Okay, I can see the note. It says, go to the Blue Chewy Jazz Bar and ask for the Smoking Man.
That sounds like a way to pick up on gay prostitutes.
Are we?
I couldn't ask the dame for much more. She'd already stuck her neck out for me.
We can drop him off at the bar. It's close by.
Close being a relative term. That machine, that elevator just gurgled at me. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Remarkable retina implants stream real-time information directly from your implants to your brainstem. Your eyes better.
Soon we'd be at the Blue Chewy Jazz Bar. It was a dive, but it was the kind of place you'd go for answers. Who had left me that note? Who was the smoking man? And where would I...
We have an incoming call.
Control?
No. It is for Huxley.
I knew who was calling. This would be bad.
Put it through, I guess.
What in Cora's name you think you're doing, you pile of junk?
Oh, that's racist against robots.
Where have you been?
The client was mad, and with good reason. He'd paid good money, but I'd been stuck down in the hollows following a lead. The lead went cold, and I was trapped down there with no comm signal and no cash.
You wasted my money and my time. If you don't find my daughter, I'm infecting you with a logic virus. I have hacker friends.
Hey, what the hell?
I don't know who you are, but you better leave this idiot to do his job.
I was gonna save that girl, but not because of the threats. Truth was, I was the only one searching for her.
24 hours, then your time's up. I want my daughter back, but if she's gone, she's gone. I'll live with that, but what I won't stand for is some android stealing my money. Get to work.
He hung up.
He seems
We're close to
charming.
the bar.
I hoped the dame would come with me. Was that too much to ask?
Yes.
I'll come to the entrance, but after that, we need to get back to work. And if Control calls with another job at any point, you're on your own, Huxley.
The offer was as fair as the spin of a roulette wheel. I rolled the dice and took a gamble.
We don't use dice in
I have a Michelle watching too.
I know, Kevin.
Mostly
Just
not
let
while
it go.
she's driving. Also, I love the Humphrey Bogart robot. It's like the lives of a robotic dog and a delivery woman don't amount to a hill of computer chips. I didn't have that metaphor ready. Sorry, I'll be funny later and work on my accent.
Took you long enough.
Are you the one that left the note?
Who are you?
The chump had an attitude and a smell to match. They didn't call him Smokin' Jojo because he was cute.
They called him that because he was beautiful.
On the fry, literally. He was half burnt out, overheating and underperforming. He didn't like the dame, but he knew me. We went way back, but Jojo's lips were normally sealed tight.
My name is Rania. I picked him up in the Hollows, and he says he's looking for a girl called Pashta. Why did you leave the note?
As Huxley knows, I normally don't say nothing to nobody. But as you can see, I ain't got long left.
And I'm about to make a new jazz album.
Can't you get help? Repairs?
Nah, they don't make the parts for an old model like me no more. The point is, if I want to do some good, I better do it now while I can. Huxley, I know something about this girl you're looking for.
She fine as hell.
Old bucket had to say, but how did he know I was looking for Pashta?
You've been asking around town. I was playing a private gig a few months back. Even if I don't look too good these days, with all the rust and all, while I was there, I overheard some things.
Some of them
this
sexual.
Ex-corp goon called Raguan was there, talking about how he got screwed.
And?
Look, I don't like squilling like this. Give me a minute.
Jojo was singing like a songbird, but would we dance to his beat?
Do you usually
Honestly,
dance to
please
just
be quiet
singing?
for a minute, okay? I can't believe I'm getting sucked into this. So what does this Raguan guy have to do with Pashta?
Well, this Raguan guy's drunk, and he's throwing his weight around. Near enough getting into a fight with some waiter. In the middle of mouthing off, Raguan says he's dangerous, and he can make people disappear. He says...
He's a magician.
Because the last guy...
Also, sorry, I hit escape.
Lost his kids. Then he starts crying.
That's strange, but it doesn't link him to Pashta in any way.
But he says the name. I was the only one that heard him. And through his tears, he keeps saying, "Sorry, Pashta."
That's a lead, at least.
The trail had gone cold for a while, but with Jojo's help, we picked it up again.
Let's find Pasta.
Come on, I can try to find where this Raguan lives. I'll ask Camus back in the Hava. After that, though, you're on your own, Huxley.
What you looking for?
Thanks.
Hey, come back anytime.
That's all right. Mm-hmm.
You can take drugs to run faster, like in real life.
He is still here? Why is he still here?
We're just taking him to one more place.
Why?
The dog still didn't trust me. I guess it could smell desperation, and I reeked of it.
Camus, we need to find out the address for an ex-CEO called Raguan. Can you find that somehow?
I could.
Well, are you going to?
Yes, I will do it. Searching. Searching. There was a news story in the Marrow Gazette Holovids 3 months ago about a CEO called Raguan.
What did it say?
Midtown's youngest CEO fired for bribing CorpSec without the proper clearance from board of directors.
That doesn't help us find him.
Sounds like the papers got some info on the crooked CEO. Did the papes get some snaps, though?
You mean photos? Camus, was there a picture of Raguan in the Holovids?
Yes. He looked sad.
I'll bet. But was there anything in the background?
Searching. There is a building in the photo.
Cross-reference with the latest city planning database.
I have a match. It is the new
Hot
apartments
gassing
in
up
Upper Midtown.
action.
I have an address.
That sounds like where a CEO would stay. Let's assume the holovid's called
Yay, meth! That's my new cheer. In a post-apocalyptic world, this is how we all play video games together. Later on, I'll be live streaming me looking at porn.
Hey kid, you busy?
No, not at all. Completely free.
Good. I don't have a job for you. I was just wondering if...
You know what, Control? Can I get back to you? I'm just picking up another coffee.
All right, kid. All right. I'll have a job soon, though.
No rush, Control. Chat soon.
I started to feel like I was holding the dame back. I didn't want to get her in trouble.
It's fine. Let's just see what we can find at Raguan's apartment.
Don't know if this is the right place or not. But enjoy these fine shots of walking along a sidewalk. Although it's got that cool Fifth Element Blade Runner shit in the background. Yeah, your messages are very delayed. I have to basically like play this and then watch like the chat, and then sometimes I don't look over at it. Anyway, long story short, it's your fault.
This was the place for sure. I was on my way.
Wait, do you want me to...
I couldn't ask the dame to do any more. She was a class act. A dime store performer in a city of nickels. A diamond in a waste bucket.
Good luck, Huxley.
A shrimp cocktail in a bathing suit.
Goodbye to my new friends. The dame flashed me a smile brighter than the sun. Even the dog wished me good luck.
He did not. Nope, liar.
Camus, wish him luck.
Good luck, I guess.
Vagina. There, I said it as soon as you said it.
I hope you
Now it's in the recording too. People will be wondering because the chat won't be in the live stream. So in the live stream, people go, "Why did he just say vagina?" And that's because of Coulter in the live chat on Facebook made me say vagina. His fault.
Will he be okay?
Oh no,
I
dead
don't
for sure.
know, Camus.
I have an additional question.
Go ahead.
What is a Girl Scout?
What is a dime? What is a nickel?
Should I search for them?
No, it's time to move on, Camus.
Hey kid, you free now? Finished your coffee?
Sure thing, Control. You got another job for me?
Come by CloudPunk HQ and grab a package. It's for Anderson Financial in Anderson Tower, labeled Mr. Anderson.
Is it on Anderson Street in Anderson Town?
You know what? You're pretty delayed.
Don't joke, kid. You don't know the half of it. Control out.
That's a euphemism for dumb. Yeah, I'll explain it later. And again, hot sidewalk action. bask in the amazing jogging simulator that is CloudPunk. Enjoy the Vangelis ripoff music.
Become your new perfect.
For the record, you move faster on the highway than you do just free flying, which is why I bother getting on the freeway. No one understands dumb. At least no one dumb does.
Anderson. That is a strange name.
I think it's an old name.
Maybe the package will be for an old man.
We'll find out soon. Let's find this Anderson Tower.
Let's go find an old man. Action.
There are so many more people like me here than back at the plateau.
Here in Nivalis, does that make you feel less alone, Camus?
I don't know. A lot of the automata do not have good jobs.
That wasn't so different back home either. The agriculture automata didn't even get breaks. They just worked in the fields 24 hours a day.
Yes, but they would always tell me how lazy I was.
Maybe that was just a way for them to feel good about what they had to do.
They didn't have to work there. They could have worked at the mine.
Not much of a choice though, right? I wouldn't want to do either of those jobs, would you?
No, but the automata here in the city are different. I think they laugh at me.
When did they laugh at you?
All the time. When we refuel, when we park, when we have the windows cleaned. I have to interact with them, and I always say the wrong thing.
I feel the same, Camus. We don't fit in here. Not yet. The way we speak, our attitudes, it's obvious that we're from a small town. They can just tell by how I walk around. On the streets, they're all looking straight ahead, but I'm always looking up at the towers and the clouds.
Yes. I'm sure you have a very interesting life.
They are very big.
They are, Camus. But I'm not thinking about the buildings when I look up. I'm thinking about the people in them looking down on me.
Well, that's what it feels like for me. The automata here look down on me, too.
It's okay, Camus. At least we're alone together.
Parked like a boss. You're getting these punch cards for a side quest. There's some crazy cyborg neighbor of yours that, like, needs them for something. Why you need punch cards in the super future? Who?
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC.
No, we can't let anyone.
No, I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson.
I am Mr. Anderson.
Great, come get your packet.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Well, how many of you are in there?
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
1,000.
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called
Miss Anderson.
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from CloudPunk only.
So what's the deal here?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
Don't you want to know what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So, let's see. It's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Worth a
Hello, my name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery.
Death!
There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you?
You know, it never really occurred to me. But yes, that does seem strange. Please, play the rest of the message. My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording.
Just think 2,000 Andersons will swarm the city.
What?
Seriously? When was your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A?
Mr. A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And where is this other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
To CloudPunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
I am not permitted to complain to another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
So lonely.
That's not really my problem.
The first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that
I'm going.
It's an interesting twist. A giant corporation that's populated by 2,000 androids all named Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.
Are you more specifically?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A.
Let me check his schedule.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
We're not allowed to die.
I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our account.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my...
Ms. Anderson from account?
I'm sorry, I'm not...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
Rad.
I don't really understand anything you just said.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing...
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city.
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So, who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name. Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not
Quit. Don't complain to me, just quit. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
This one here. I already showed it to. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message.
Well, I've had enough of this.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
I can decide the fate. Any recommendations on reset all the employees or leave them to make their own choice? So far, they don't seem like they're good at making their own choice.
Unauthorized street races have been reported in this sector.
I'm sorry, Andersons. I don't think you're ready for Nivalis just yet.
I didn't realize that's what that option did, but I don't care that much. At least I'll be happy.
Directly interacts with your nervous system. Only Unibozu Resort VR can take you there. Unibozu Resort. Better than real.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubric.
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it. And pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me in the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Well, that wasn't far. C652. Got the wrong one. We'll try that again. Free money! Time to immediately buy drugs.
Nestor Cray is wishing you a good day, stranger. Normally I don't sell to your kind, but business is hard these days.
That'll be
Nestor Cray is wishing you a good day, stranger. Normally I don't sell to your kind, but business is hard these days.
That'll be all.
Since when don't
Nestor
drug dealers
Cray
buy
will
parts?
never remember the kind stranger.
Let me pass.
No, I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late.
If you're late, you should have got here early.
If I'm late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just chopping with your lady.
Japping?
Fooling with ya. Rubric don't want to see you. Just wants you to have this. He left this package for ya.
And a couple of
Where is it
stereotypes.
supposed to go?
Huh? You don't know?
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell ya. Better hurry, Robert. Gonna be late.
Good, rabbit. Follow the nav point, please.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't you? You've been turning it over in your mind. What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows? You can't stop thinking about it.
To be honest, I've had bigger things to worry about. Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Nivalis. takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Pallid 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
It's a virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
It's much more than a virus. Pallid 1.0 affected computers, but Pallid 2.0 affects neural augments. It makes autonomic bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart. Their lungs breathing, but it stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Pallid 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second, or they will die.
You made this virus?
No, it is an ugly thing, an ugly way to die. Slow and cruel, but I created the economy around it. The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to protect the families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this package?
Pallid 2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis below the spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy. If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade. That upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next, far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal wave, leaving them untouched. Their lives would be saved.
You know, this city has its share of monsters, but I think you're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job, little rabbit.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
I don't believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubrick's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
What if sending it to disposal means someone else gets it? Or maybe it will spread. The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it. Besides, I don't think Rubrick wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
It's a moral quandary, but he also can send me to jail. So it doesn't seem worth it to piss him off.
Mr.
That'll be all.
Mr.
Safeguard immunization. Everything your baby's body needs, from disease prevention to neural implant virus protection.
Apparently I'm tripping out on drugs now. Whatever.
Ew.
Might as well drink, too. These are good drugs.
I can't believe we're helping that asshole.
We are become death, destroyer of worlds.
A quote, Camus? Where did that come from?
I have been reading quotes and sayings and expressions.
That's good, but I don't think that one fits our situation.
It is for rubric.
Let's get out of here, Camus.
Whole systems of power must justify themselves. Hustle past like you don't hear me. Step over the homeless like you can't even see me.
Are you talking, singing at me?
Another cog in the machine. Say you're a worker, but your hands are clean.
Hey, I need to work for a living.
They exploit you every day and you're thanking for it. One hand pats you on the back, the other's in your pocket.
Maybe people would take your social protest more seriously if you weren't singing all the time.
They reprogram me, mess with my head. Now if I don't sing what I think, I end up dead.
Seriously? They make you sing?
Go upset, can't handle the truth, so they make me rhyme. Anarchism in the prose has had its time.
This is the best character ever.
That kind of impacts on your credibility.
And that's the plan. But even if I had to sing every word, I keep fighting the man.
Maybe if you didn't insult me, I'd try to help you.
Don't want your help, just want you to look around and see the people lying on the ground.
I see them. I know it's tough here.
Maybe you ain't so bad. Maybe Conrad Bop is still just mad. For real. Now you can help if you want to. There's a guy who needs your guidance up on 3rd Avenue.
Guidance?
He knew. He don't know the streets. Tell him come see me in an hour and I'll get him something to eat.
Why do you need me to talk to him?
He don't like me. Don't like my singing.
I see his point.
I know I can't sing, can't make good music, but we can all make a better world if we make the choice to choose it.
That was just about enough of that.
The dame answered the call. I knew she wouldn't let me down.
Huxley, you can't keep asking for help. I have to do my job. You're on your own.
I hope the dame knew I wouldn't be calling if I had any other choice.
Damn it, Camus, what should I do? I should leave him, right?
I am not so sure.
But you hate him.
He is one of us now, a friend.
Really? All right. Huxley, where are you?
I sent the dame a nav point.
I'm on my way.
elevator waiting action.
Yamakai Incorporated, the future of Nivalis and the world.
Alright, folks, that's my cue. I've been playing CloudPunk, trying it out, seeing what I think of it. It's pretty cool so far. But, boy, it wastes a lot of time in between. I wish I were a little snappier. But enjoy the rest of your evening or day or whatever. Who knows? It's the apocalypse. Everyone's a blur. Have a good one. I'm Adam, aka Player Zero. Catch you later.
But other people don't look at me and think, that is a cute dog.